Prepare for a vibrant future. Strengthen your legs. Empower your life. I'm convinced that preparing for our later years is essential, not just financially, but physically and mentally. Too often, people assume that aging gracefully is a matter of luck, when in reality, it's a matter of daily choices. One of the most overlooked, yet powerful ways to ensure a better quality of life in the future is by strengthening our legs. Your legs are not just limbs, they're your foundation. They support every step you take, every movement you make, and ultimately, your ability to live independently and confidently. As we age, we begin to lose muscle mass and balance, making everyday tasks like climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, or going for a walk much harder than they used to be. Unfortunately, many people don't realize how crucial leg strength is until it's too late. But the good news is, it's never too late to start. By prioritizing simple, consistent leg strengthening exercises today, you can build resilience, prevent falls, and maintain your freedom tomorrow. Think of strong legs as your ticket to staying active, mobile, and connected to the world around you. They empower you to play with your grandchildren, explore new places, and continue doing the things you love without fear or limitation. Investing in your leg strength is an act of self-respect. It's not about aesthetics or athletic performance. It's about creating a future where you're in control of your own life. So start now. Take that walk. Do those squats. Strengthen your legs. And in doing so, strengthen your future. The silent signal, Helen's story. Helen had always been active. She wasn't a gym rat or an athlete, but she loved her morning walks around the neighborhood, tending to her garden, and chasing after her grandkids with a kind of playful energy only a grandmother could give. But over the past few months, something started to change. At first, it was small. She noticed she was gripping the handrail a little tighter as she climbed the stairs. Then came the short walks that left her legs feeling like jelly. One day, while trying to get up from the couch, she had to pause, not because she was tired, but because her legs didn't feel strong enough. Maybe I'm just getting old, she told herself. But deep down, something felt off. It wasn't just the stairs or the tired legs. It was the quiet fear that she might slowly be losing something more precious, her independence. A doctor's visit that changed everything. A routine checkup turned into a wake-up call. Her doctor looked at her and said, "Helen, your legs aren't just getting weak, they're trying to tell you something. This could be the beginning of a bigger decline if we don't act now." That hit her hard. She thought of her mother, who had spent her final years in a wheelchair. Helen didn't want that. She wanted to dance at her granddaughter's wedding, travel with her husband, and wake up each day knowing she was in control of her own body. So she asked the question that changed her story. What can I do? Turning point. Reclaiming strength. Her doctor's answer was simple but powerful. Fuel your body. Move with purpose. Stay consistent. Helen started small. Every morning, she made a protein-packed smoothie and took a walk, even just 10 minutes. She added a short strength routine with resistance bands. She focused on foods rich in vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3s. Some days were tough. Her legs would shake. She doubted herself. But then one day, she walked up the stairs without stopping. Then came the moment when her granddaughter ran toward her at the park, and she ran to her. Just like that. "Grandma, you're fast again," the little one shouted. Helen smiled. Not just because she was proud, but because she knew she had taken her life back. The message behind Helen's story. Weak legs aren't just about getting older. They're often the first silent signal that your body is asking for help. But just like Helen, you can answer that signal, not with fear, but with action. You can rebuild your strength. You can protect your independence. And you can write a story of resilience and vitality. Because your legs don't just carry your body. They carry your future. Join the conversation. Be part of something bigger. It all started with a simple idea: to bring people together, no matter where they are in the world, and to build a community that thrives on shared knowledge, inspiration, and curiosity. So, before we dive into today's exciting content, I want to take a moment to turn the spotlight on you. Where are you tuning in from? Drop a comment and tell us which corner of the world you're joining us from. Whether you're watching from a cozy cafe in Paris, a high-rise in New York, a beach in Bali, or your quiet home office in Nairobi, we want to know. It's a powerful reminder that while our journeys are unique, our desire to learn and grow is what connects us all. What topics are you hungry for? This channel isn't just about what I want to share, it's about what you want to learn. So let me hear your thoughts. What burning questions keep you up at night? What challenges are you facing in your career, your mindset, or your personal growth? Your voice shapes this space, and your ideas could inspire our next episode. A gift from me to you. To celebrate this journey and to show my deep appreciation, I'm giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book, exclusively to our subscribers. That's right. A book that's changed thousands of lives might just be headed to your doorstep next. Haven't subscribed yet? Now's the perfect moment. Hit that subscribe button and in the comments, tell us why you'd love to receive a copy of the book. Maybe it's the inspiration you've been waiting for. Maybe it's the push you need. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the sign you didn't know you needed. Aging gracefully, a journey you can embrace. It often starts in the smallest ways. You notice your knees ache a little when you climb the stairs. Getting up from a chair isn't as effortless as it once was. Maybe your balance feels a bit off when stepping off the curb or reaching for something high up. At first, you shrug it off. Just a moment. Just a fluke. But over time, those small signs begin to add up. Aging can sometimes feel like a slow betrayal of the body you used to know, of the strength and ease you once took for granted. One day, you're dancing, hiking, playing with your grandchildren. The next, you're wondering when tying your shoes became something you had to think about. But here's something most people don't realize. Losing strength, balance, and mobility isn't a guarantee. It's not something we have to accept without question. The body doesn't give up on us. We often give up on it. And the good news? With the right approach, we can take it back. Growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. There are science-backed strategies that can help you stay strong, keep your balance sharp, and move with the confidence of someone who is still deeply connected to their vitality. It all starts with understanding what's really happening beneath the surface. As we age, we begin to lose muscle mass, a natural process known as sarcopenia. It often starts as early as our 30s and accelerates as we get older, especially if we're not actively working against it. This muscle loss can lead to weakness, slower movements, less stability, and ultimately, more risk of falling or injury. But sarcopenia isn't inevitable. It's not a life sentence, it's a challenge we can meet head-on. One of the most powerful tools in that fight? Nutrition. What you put into your body matters, especially as you age. Protein is essential for maintaining and rebuilding muscle. Lean meats, eggs, legumes, and Greek yogurt can help fuel your strength from the inside out. Vitamin D plays a huge role in muscle function and bone health, and can be boosted through sunlight, salmon, and fortified foods. Omega-3 fatty acids found in walnuts, flax seeds, and fish like sardines can help reduce inflammation and support muscle metabolism. And let's not forget calcium and magnesium, two minerals that work together to keep your bones strong and your muscles from cramping or fatiguing. Food isn't just fuel, it's medicine. And when you're aging with intention, it's one of your greatest allies. But nutrition is only part of the story. Movement, intentional, focused, consistent movement is what ties everything together. You don't need an expensive gym membership or a hardcore fitness regimen. You just need to move with purpose. Simple exercises like chair squats can rebuild the strength in your thighs and glutes, making it easier to get up from a seated position. Toe stands, where you rise up on your toes and hold, help strengthen your calves and improve ankle stability. Side leg raises target the hips and outer thighs, increasing balance and coordination. Try standing on one foot while holding onto a countertop, slowly increasing the time as your balance improves. Add in some gentle yoga or tai chi, and you'll not only feel stronger, but more centered and grounded. These are small steps, but taken consistently, they lead to big results. Because this journey isn't just about slowing down the aging process, it's about living fully inside it. It's about saying yes to dancing at weddings, hiking with friends, carrying your own groceries, chasing your grandkids, or taking that dream trip without fear of falling behind. It's about reclaiming your independence, your confidence, your joy. Aging gracefully doesn't mean pretending you're not getting older. It means embracing the process with strength, wisdom, and intention. It means looking forward, not back. So no, the story doesn't end with decline. In fact, it might just be beginning again with a body that's stronger, more balanced, and more capable than you ever expected. Let's dive in. Your next chapter starts now. The Secret Behind My Glow, a story of human growth hormone and natural wellness. People often stop me mid-conversation or after a meeting to ask the same question. What do you use for your skin? What's your secret? At first, I used to laugh it off. But over time, I realized that what they were really noticing wasn't just my skin, it was the energy, the glow, the vitality I carried with me. And the truth is, it's not a secret serum or an overpriced cream. It's something far more powerful and natural. Let me take you back a little. A few years ago, I started diving deep into the science of aging. I wasn't just interested in looking young. I wanted to feel young. That's when I stumbled upon something that changed my perspective completely. Human growth hormone, or HGH. I learned that HGH plays a critical role in rejuvenation. It enhances cell regeneration, promotes lean muscle growth, boosts energy, and yes, improves skin by increasing blood circulation. This increased circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients to skin cells more effectively, keeping it firm, hydrated, and glowing. It's no wonder celebrities spend thousands on HGH injections to preserve their youthful looks. But here's the twist. I didn't want injections. I wanted something sustainable, something I could control. So I turned to nature. Every morning, I lace up my shoes and commit to movement, whether it's a brisk walk, strength training, or yoga. Exercise, especially high-intensity or resistance training, is one of the most powerful natural ways to boost HGH production. It's like telling my body, wake up, regenerate, stay strong. And of course, what you put into your body matters just as much. I became intentional about my nutrition. My plate now regularly features healthy fats, almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, creamy avocados, and rich, golden olive oil. These foods aren't just delicious. They support hormone production and provide essential nutrients that keep my body functioning at its best. So when someone asks me about my skincare routine, I smile. It's not about what I put on my skin. It's about what I give my body every day. The real secret? It's a lifestyle, a commitment to move, nourish, and thrive. And that daily dose of natural HGH I earn through sweat and intention? It's the best anti-aging formula I know. The story of our legs, what happens as we age. It starts slowly. One day, you notice it's just a bit harder to climb the stairs. A few years later, getting up from a low chair feels like a small workout. You joke about it. I'm just getting old. But deep down, you wonder, is this normal? The truth is yes and no. Let's rewind to when you were in your 30s. You likely didn't feel any different then. Maybe even stronger and more confident in your body than ever before. But beneath the surface, something subtle had begun. Around age 30, your muscles, particularly those in your legs, started to shrink. Not overnight, not dramatically, but quietly and persistently. Scientists call this process sarcopenia. It's the body's natural rhythm. We begin to lose 3 to 5% of our muscle mass every decade after we hit 30. At first, it's barely noticeable. But once you pass 60, the pace quickens. And it doesn't stop with muscle. Your bones become less dense, your joints lose their natural cushioning, and the communication between your nerves and muscles weakens. Think of it like a well-oiled machine, one that's just been running a long time. The signals that tell your leg muscles to move, balance, or react start to fade like static on an old radio. It's not just weakness you feel, it's instability. You're not imagining the wobble. It's real. And the consequences? They go beyond inconvenience. With weaker legs and less responsive muscles, your risk of falls increases. Everyday movements, walking, rising, balancing, become more complex and more dangerous. For many, It's a silent shift that only becomes clear after a fall, a stumble, or the fear that follows. But this isn't a story meant to scare, it's meant to empower. Because when you understand why this happens, you can start to do something about it. Your body may be changing, but it's not giving up. Muscle can be rebuilt, balance can be trained, strength can return. But the first step? Listening to your legs. They have a story to tell. And it's not over yet. The hidden power beneath us. A story about strong legs. Let me tell you a story, not just any story, but one about a part of your body you might be underestimating every single day. Your legs. Imagine a man named Jack. He was in his early 40s, working a desk job, and like many of us, he'd fallen into the habit of skipping leg day. After all, it wasn't as glamorous as a chiseled chest or biceps that stretch sleeves, right? But Jack's story took a turn when, after an awkward slip on a rainy day, he twisted his knee. Not badly, but enough to land him in physical therapy. And that's where he began to understand something no one had ever told him before. Your legs are more than just tools for walking. They're the very foundation of your health. Jack's therapist explained it plainly. Think of your legs like the base of a tall tower. If the foundation is weak, everything above it, your joints, your spine, even your posture, becomes unstable. Suddenly, Jack began noticing things he had ignored. His lower back pain, how his knees cracked when he stood up, how he felt off balance whenever he rushed. Through his recovery journey, Jack learned that strong legs did more than help him walk tall. They were key to reducing joint stress and critical in preventing injuries. With each lunge, squat, and leg press, Jack wasn't just building muscle, he was protecting his future. But there was more. Something deeper. His therapist smiled one day and said, "Did you know your legs are like a second heart?" Jack raised an eyebrow. When your leg muscles contract, they help pump blood back to your heart, improving circulation and boosting overall cardiovascular health. That blew Jack's mind. He had always associated heart health with running or cardio, but here was a truth he hadn't seen coming. Strong legs literally helped his heart beat better. The surprises didn't stop there. As Jack's strength returned, and he started to move more confidently. He noticed he was less clumsy, steadier on stairs, and far more balanced on uneven ground. It's because strong legs enhance proprioception, his trainer explained, which is your body's ability to sense movement and positioning. It's what helps prevent falls, a leading cause of injury, especially as we get older. Jack had a grandmother who'd suffered a hip fracture from a simple fall. Suddenly, the importance of leg strength wasn't theoretical, it was personal. But the most unexpected discovery came from something he read in a medical journal while waiting for an appointment. It mentioned a study from King's College London that showed leg power was a better predictor of aging than even blood pressure or cholesterol. Another study pointed to a link between leg strength and cognitive health, showing that individuals with stronger legs had sharper memories and better problem-solving abilities. Apparently, the physical activity of leg muscles releases compounds that stimulate brain cell growth. Jack couldn't believe it. Working his legs was actually helping his brain stay young. Jack's story is still going. He didn't just recover, he rebuilt. His workouts became centered around strength, stability, and longevity. He didn't train to show off, he trained to live well. And now, whenever someone at the gym complains about leg day, Jack just smiles and says, "You have no idea how powerful your legs really are." Moral of the story: your legs do more than carry you, they support, protect, and preserve you. They are your unsung heroes, your hidden power. So whether you're 25 or 65, don't neglect them. Because when you build strong legs, you're not just building muscle, you're building a better life. Nutrition, fueling leg strength. Nutrition plays a pivotal role in maintaining muscle strength and mobility. Protein, essential for muscle repair. Aim for 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. Sources include lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, and dairy. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, they reduce inflammation, protecting joints and muscles. Vitamin D and calcium, crucial for bone health.
Vitamins D aident calcium absorption.
Sources include sunlight, fatty fish, fortified foods, dairy, leafy greens, and almonds. Antioxidants. Berries, spinach, and nuts combat oxidative stress, a contributor to muscle aging. Hydration. Muscles are about 75% water. Even mild dehydration can cause weakness. Aim for at least 8 cups daily, more if active. Top foods for leg strength. Eggs. Complete protein source with essential amino acids. Greek yogurt. High in protein and probiotics for gut health. Salmon. Rich in protein, omega-3s, and vitamin D. Quinoa. Complete protein and complex carbohydrates for sustained energy. Lentils. Plant-based protein and high in fiber. Almonds. Packed with protein, healthy fats, and vitamin E. Pumpkin seeds. High in protein, healthy fats, and magnesium. Exercises to strengthen legs and improve balance. Nutrition is only half the battle. To keep legs strong and balance sharp, specific exercises are essential. Strength training. Use weights or resistance bands for squats, lunges, and leg presses. Start light and gradually increase. Balance exercises. Stand on one leg for 30 seconds, then switch. For added challenge, close your eyes or stand on a soft surface. Tai Chi and yoga are also excellent. Rebounding. Jumping on a mini trampoline improves balance, strengthens leg muscles, and boosts lymphatic drainage. Walking. Aim for at least 30 minutes of brisk walking most days. Incorporate